love y'all. It's that DS. Welcome to the first episode of the Thadendum, your open minded source for honest opinions. So, tonight I want to talk about politics. First of all, I want to give a shout out to all my new subscribers. Thank you for liking and subscribing and sharing my video. Um, it is the eve of the midterm elections. What can I say? In November 2018, and I've been very anti-politics for a while. I was very involved at one point. I worked on a presidential campaign for Dennis Kucinich, and let me just tell you a little bit about that. So, um, I saw how the voting polls were moved on the day of the primary voting, um, from on campus at University of New Hampshire. They were moved to a library across town. Or no, it was the post office across town. It was the library on campus is where the voting was supposed to be. And they moved it to a post office across the city. And it would have taken hours to get there and back for these students who are in their week of finals in college. So it would have ruined their lives, career, you know, everything if they would have gone to vote. So it was really heartbreaking to see how all these votes were stolen so simply, like, oh, well, we just scheduling or timing, or oh, we didn't have the people to staff it, but it was obvious scam. Um, and then also to see how the news media would be at all these events and these speeches and these rallies, but they wouldn't air any of the footage, or they would edit it to look like Dennis Kucinich was stupid. This was during the Edwards and Kerry and Bush campaign, and Kucinich just got a raw deal. We did a big event at University of New Hampshire. Tim Reynolds from Dave Matthews Band came out and played, and a bunch of bands and vendors came out, and it was an amazing time. But you just saw that there was so much power still held by the mainstream media, the corporate military industrial complex, mafia, Um, but maybe it was just because the planning and the timing wasn't right. That's what I think. Because I think that there is something going on now. And I didn't believe in politics. I hadn't voted since then. Didn't think that anybody in this election was any different. They're probably all part of the same gang. Bush's, Clinton's, Trump's probably one of them. Um, they're all in the same gang. They're just going to make it look like they're enemies. Well, it seems a little too personal and a little too intense. Like they're really trying to get each other killed or imprisoned. And if you look at other things through history, people who were involved in staged events like that weren't as openly like against each other. They kind of like, oh, we'll make it look like our countries are fighting, but behind the scenes we're all good, and they wouldn't come right out and attack each other personally and be like, this person needs to go to jail, this person is a criminal in this case or whatever. So I feel like there really is a battle, and that it's pretty obvious that the Clintons and the Bushes have been involved in big crimes. Obama has been involved in big crimes. And there's so much evidence. Now, just because they've controlled the banks and the courts and all the people that are placed in the FBI and the CIA and the NSA, and they've gotten off on it, that doesn't mean they're unstoppable or that there's no way that anybody else could get in. And yes, maybe Trump's part of the whole thing and he's another one of them, but it doesn't seem like it, really doesn't, because he's exposing all the things that they were paid not to talk about, not to expose Big Pharma, the Federal Reserve, all these things that we knew were corrupt and robbing us for years. But what are we going to do about it, right? Like, you can't do anything about it. They're too powerful. Or are they? Maybe it's just that, again, we didn't have think it through right. We needed to do it in the right way at the right time, or both. Either think righter or have our timing down better, and even if the plan wasn't as good. But it seems that there is something different, and that there really is justice and peace being brought to the forefront and fought for, and we're winning battles against things that would suppress peace and justice. And the pharmaceutical companies is one of the biggest things. Um, and if you look at veterans, and you look at just the economy in general, and the Federal Reserve, and there's just, I mean, where can we, where could we stop, right? Um, so I hope I'm right, but if I'm wrong, I will totally admit, and I will apologize and say, hey, I was wrong, I was stupid. Turns out they were all part of the same gang, or, oh, Hillary was a good guy and Trump was the bad guy, and I was wrong. I will admit that peacefully and politely. And what I'm not seeing is that if it's the other way around and Trump is the good guy, um, and that they are the bad guys, or that maybe they're all bad, and like some people don't think anybody's, they're like, oh no, Trump's the only bad guy and everybody else is innocent. If that's the case, or if anything's different, I'll admit and I'll apologize peacefully. But I don't see the people who support Hillary and Obama and the Bushes. I don't see them so peacefully apologizing or saying, "Oh, we were wrong." If it comes down to it, where you were wrong, you should be able to politely say, "Hey, sorry, I was wrong. You were right." Um, I just see so much more violence. I accept you if you support Hillary, you believe in Hillary. You hate Trump, I don't care, whatever. Um, and because I didn't believe in anything, and then now I've been converted, or I got red pilled. Um, I don't hate people. I'm not violent against you. But all I see is violence, hatred, mocking. If you don't support, or if you don't believe in, or if you even think anything that's a little bit off of certain people's narratives or beliefs, and you're entitled to that opinion. But is it right to be violent, to be hateful, to be so aggressive, so angry? Like, is it necessary? Is it smart, wise? Is it leading to anything? Like, I want to find out the truth. I want to know what's really going on. So, on that note, I'll just say, follow your heart, do what you believe is right, go with your gut, and get out and vote. All right, love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. And again, like, subscribe, and share. You know, I appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. It's like throwing me a buck. If you like my videos, at least, if you want to donate to my channel, there's a link to my PayPal in the description for my channel. And I want to give a shout out to We the People, Patriot Soapbox livestream, Red Pill Ken, True Reporting, Total Eclipse Page, my buddy from Italy. It's so awesome. All these people who've inspired me. Just Informed Talk. There's just so many people, and there's going to be more shout outs to come. So, Mark Taylor and the Trump prophecies. I just want to put it all out there. I love you all so much, and thank you for inspiring me, and motivating me, and giving me some hope. And hopefully, I can spread some enlightening information, or at least it can just be entertainment. And yeah, I love you either way. So, blessings, good night, and have a good week. Peace.